Okay guys, welcome back to another Kylex Tries episode, and today we're trying 80 Days, I think it is, based on the Phineas Fogg or whatever it's called, whatever his name, someone Fogg. I think Phineas Fogg was like a cartoon in the 90s. I don't know if that was actually his name. Anyway, I don't know if this is the first screen you get, so I don't know if we're going to come across the title screen in a minute, but we're going to start here. So it says, London, 1872, I have entered into the service of a new gentleman, it would seem. And that seems to be, I seem to be able to click on that. It does. It would seem he is a gambling man. So we have the world. So around the world in 80 days is the theme, I think. It's just called 80 Days though. Inkle presents in association with Cape Guy. Okay, we're gonna have some credits. Let's hope we're going to be thanking you guys by the end of this episode. So just there we go, 80 days. 80 days. So just while we're talking about this, if you're new to this series, it's basically me trying to get through my, that's it, Jules Verne, my Steam library, trying to try the games that are on the Steam library, because otherwise, let's face it, we're never going to get there. I've got far too many games and not enough hours in the day to play them. So I thought I'd make a YouTube series of them anyway, and just we'll try them. That way I can get rid of the rubbish. And you know what ones are worth playing and what ones aren't. So yeah, that's where we're at the minute. So let's click here in London to begin, not far from where I'm actually from, and begin. I don't know anything about this game. I don't know what it's about. It seems to be, I'm holding my controller because I thought it was going to be short, but it seems to be that it's going to be like a click and move game. Monsieur Phileas Fogg, not Phineas Fogg, Phileas Fogg, returned home early from the Reform Club and is in a newfangled steam carriage. Besides, I helped him down, and the iron-lunged, steam-driven horses clattered away. Part out, he said. We are going around the world. I think that's meant to say passport out, but it's like, I don't know if it's like actually how he would have said it. Passport out. He said, we are going around the world. Around the world, monsieur. Very good, monsieur. Do we click on one of them? We're going to go around the world, monsieur. I asked, utterly astonished. We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed this wild scheme. We leave for Paris on 8:25 in an hour. Okay, so we're going to select... This was a shocking turnabout for my master, who was, by all accounts, a creature of inflexibility, habit and mechanical regularity. Perhaps the carriage's engine fumes had affected his reason? Perhaps you should lie down, monsieur. For Paris, monsieur? To begin with, yes, pack an altimeter and my evening jacket. There is not a moment to waste. You, passport out, now have the funds, okay? So we've travelled to Paris. Quickly, passport out, collect our things, and we will be off. So let's pack. Oh, is my name passport out? Okay. He said he wanted the evening jacket, didn't he? Evening jacket. Pocket altimeter. Got to have some playing cards. A wax cylinder. It's valuable in Vienna. Send the volume in. I guess that, is that not going to be a thing we can take? Or that, okay. Well, cards go over everything else, I guess. So, yeah, I guess we'll just go with that. Our completed Englishman's wardrobe should help us negotiate times of upper class journeys. Okay, let's depart. We're embarking. No, we're not. Oh, we have to press this to embark. Okay. Amphitrite Express to Paris. Departing now. The guard's van has a space for one suitcase, which will suffice. Travel. This promises to be a bearable route. Go. The mechanical horse races past Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 8:25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. We have no tickets, I exclaimed. Race along the concourse and throw ourselves aboard. We'll do that. As the second whistle shrieked its warning, we barely had time to take our seats before the guard rapped smartly on the compartment door. He held out a hand. Tickets, please. Alas, monsieur, we are in a great hurry. I pretended to have lost them. We're going to go with I pretended to have lost them, I think. Patting down one pocket and then the other, and was about to start digging through our suitcases when Monsieur Fogg interrupted my touching performance. My valet is trying to express that we were in too much haste to purchase tickets, he said. What a grass. No doubt intended to chasten me, which was not at all my meaning, and I tried to alter mime to fit his interpretation. I had mixed success, but I did locate two £5 notes under one of the seat cushions when I began using it for a shield. You may purchase them from me, the guard was saying, though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £85, please. I argued with him. Let's argue with him. Let's make this interesting. But only displeased Monsieur Fogg further. Passport out! You will pay the sum at once, he put in coldly, and remunerate this man for his patience. I handed over the £80. I gave the man 100. We're going to hand over exactly the right amount, and smiled a thin smile from one working man to another. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him with a pneumatic hiss. The funds have gone down somewhat. Your relationship with Fogg has deteriorated slightly. The character is now steadfast. I don't really know what we're doing here. Should we converse? Begin conversation. I'm at your service, Monsieur Fogg. Oh, the bumbling passport. Begin journey. Let's talk about journey. Let's not worry ourselves about money at the minute. I have made a hefty wage and I do not intend to lose. Oh, so he's okay. Indeed, but we can earn a little from buying and selling our possessions as we travel. Very good. About that, I haven't really bought anything to sell. London smog gave way to the rolling hills and the pastures of the Kentish countryside. There's my home borough, Kent. Countryside still untouched by the hand of technological advancement. I can't even read. This is too wordy for me, especially this time in the morning. Monsieur Fogg read his paper whilst I repacked our bags. We passed the day in silence. We'll do that one. Thrown together in haste and confusion, as afternoon turned inexorably to evening, I discovered that my master was one of those gentlemen who broke the silence rarely, if at all. A guard rapped on our door. A few miles before Dover. We are about to submerge, he warned. Takes some people a bit funny. What? He wants to take some people a bit funny, so watch out. What do you mean submerge? But is it safe? But it is safe, is it not? We'll go with that. I asked a trifle nervously. I've done this route 300 times and haven't drowned, the guard replied carelessly. Every inch of the Amphitrite Express has been examined and stamped with artificer's seal. This is the world's only bath-escape locomotive. I could not help a shiver. I pressed my face against the window glass. As the fins above the Amphitrite's wheels extended with hydraulic hiss, night fell and we plunged past the end of the track into the freezing water of the English Channel. Relations with Fogg have improved slightly, that's good. He likes us a bit more now. That's good. Good news. The Amphitrite ploughed through the water overnight and splashed up onto the wider gauge French tracks at Calais as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur? I began to consider what we might require for our journey. Okay. Loose clothing for hot weather and furs for cold. Driving clothes for roads. And weatherproof gear for boats. Will we venture north or south? Well, we would have to purchase the necessary items. The cities we passed through grew a little melancholy at the thought, no doubt, whatever we acquired I would have to carry. We arrived at Paris Gare du Nord just after 1 o'clock. Automaton porters lifted our luggage and then our persons onto the platform with long, delicately filigreed iron arms. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. I just feel like the wording in this, it makes me feel like I'm like learning to read again. Like it just, the words are. I mean, obviously I'm circling delicately. That's an easy one. But what's filigreed and what was it before? I think it was already gone off. But like the words we're using is just like ridiculous. The character is now we're dependable. We're dependable. If nothing else, we're dependable now. Okay. Not only are we dependable, we're also in Paris. You seem quite handy, man, to have around passport. I am. Passport out. Passport out. Passport out. Passport out. I don't know how to say it. Passport out. I'm going to say passport out. Right. Do we explore? I don't know. Let's explore. We had a few hours spare. I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we have to leave. Indeed, and should you learn anything of note, be sure to relay it. I nodded and headed into town. The talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant oval stadium constructed upon the green fields of the Champ de Mars and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks and milling crowds of the World's Fair of 1872. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside, but I was certain, yeah, we'll go there. Enjoyed a brief cup of coffee and then returned to my master armed with some options for the next leg of the journey. We've improved our relationship again. Let's depart. We've only got 80 days to do this. Arrives Friday. Arrives tomorrow. I don't really know what. I guess we're going to Amsterdam then. We're going to Amsterdam. Private car departs from Amsterdam tomorrow before. Okay, next departure leaves tomorrow. Okay. Plan. Let's plan. I feel like we should be going that way rather than that way. I think this departure could be adjusted. Negotiate. The Englishman's wardrobe should yield results. Most generous, no charge. The ticket will require a further £250. Oh, we're going on the Orient Express. Let's do that then. No, I want to go. I want to do that. Why can't I? Do we go one leg at a time or something? Is that the thing? Oh, okay. So we've got 6 hours or whatever. Okay. We'll pass the night here, I guess. We took a hotel for the night. We'll be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but travelling overnight will be often more efficient, so we must board the longest journeys available. Perhaps, he replied, the short answer indicating, I think that one day journeys might often be more flexible in their timing and could allow for more connections. Not if you're in the UK and it's on rail. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. A game of a whist later, I think. Can we go now? It's not red anymore, so we can embark. Let's do it. Go. Boarding the Orient Express was an altogether calmer affair than our race through London had been. Mechanical porters loaded us through the windows, then snapped them shut with a delicate click. This train was very beautiful. A jewel of both European design and European diplomacy, with the Compagnie Internationale de Wagons Lits having persuaded several envious empires to be linked together by the train line. It was uniquely placed to sweep across Europe. It was one of the many modern developments. Yeah, we'll go with that one. A long, long whistle blew and we began our journey east. What's wait? Paris World Fair, a roaring success. Oh, that's good. We're in Munich. My master wished to be undisturbed, so as we left Paris, I barred the compartment door. Relations with Fogg have improved slightly. Your character is now sharp. We're sharp. It's all about the wit. We arrived at Vienna in the early hours of the morning. The customs officials insisted on searching our bags for of all things artificial tools. I queried the official. Foreigners are forbidden from making automata within the borders of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, he repeated with a bored expression. A strange state of affairs, but I was hardly an artificer, which troubled me. Let's kick up a bit of a fuss. It was therefore with some apprehension that I greeted Vienna, city of music. Okay. We will have to explore Vienna to find an onward journey. I'm gonna leave it there, I think. I can see how it'd be an alright game. It's not my cup of tea, but I think it's obviously telling a story, as well as you're obviously trying to get around the world in 80 days, and obviously the different routes you take are going to affect that, and whether you stay and explore and or rush off are going to expect thingy that. But it's not really my cup of tea. I can see how it'd be a good game. There's a lot of potential to it, so I'm not going to give it a low mark. I quite like the artwork as well, the type of art there is that's used in it. So I'm going to give it a 6 Kylex rating. I think that's fair. I feel like I'd enjoy it if I was just chilling and just watching, visiting all these places and learning some history about them and that. I think it's a bit wordy. I think the language used, but that's because it's an old book. I think the language used is a bit heavy for someone just chilling. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna give this, a 6, a Kylex star rating of 6, and yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.